Hello, good day, people. Here, this video wants to make cap. This video is basically on how to cut and sew the regular men ashoke cap. So to cut this ashoke is very challenging. So this is a method to cut it. To cut it, it usually comes by 6 to 7 inches of length of width. So we are going to take 10 or 11 to get a slant. To get the slant, you have to take 11, then you slant. When you bend, you measure 13 if you want to. If you want to cut it into 4 pieces, you can. Just put the figure you want to put. Usually it doesn't have a permanent measurement. You can take 9, you can take 11. If you like, cut it 13 to get your head size. So we just cut one. Now we are cutting another pieces. We are drafting out another pieces out of the long line cap. So we cut the third one. This tree will serve for me. If you cut it tiny, you can go ahead and cut and cut and cut. But for this tree is okay for me. This video is a kind of lengthy, so just watch it carefully. Anywhere you don't understand, you can ask your question. Yes, we are going to the machine to join it. By the time you join it, you see that there is difference compared to when and how it came originally. The wideness, the width mostly is 6, and is always a challenge for some tailors. So as you follow this pattern, the remaining one, you cut it for the cover of the cap. That is the top area of the cap. So we cut. If you cut it properly, it usually remains like this. So you follow it up, you cut it. This one is for the cover. We are going to the machine straight up to sew it. Thank you. Keep watching. Here we come. Yes, we are about to join what we cut just now. The pieces we cut, it doesn't come with, so we are joining it. This for the upper part. Then for the one that has slant, the reason why we cut it slanty like this is just for it to have some length. If you cut it like this, it will have some length. It's just like magic. It will add some length, and at the same time, it will become a design, because your cap line is not going to be straight anymore. It's going to be slanty. So that slant is another design on its own. That means ashoke that is carrying line, you'll be able to see it clear. This black ashoke doesn't have that line. The line is not showing, but if you put your eye very well, you see line there. So we are joining it. My phone number is there. You can reach me anytime. That's my WhatsApp line. Anytime, anywhere, you can reach us out. We are always online. So as soon we are done joining it, we are going to the table to gum our collar gum. You can use collar gum or hard gum. You double it as you can, just for it to be strong. So when you join it, you have to, this particular ashoke is the edge. There is the way they print the edge, so the edge doesn't lose. So that is the reason why we are joining it. We did not check for, what is it called? We didn't check for, and by the time you cut it slant like this, it will not lose again. This cap used to lose very well. So by the time you are done cutting it slanty, it will not lose again. This cap has so many benefits. Slanting it has so many benefits. It will not lose, and it will increase the length. Should I say miraculously or be magically? So from here we'll be going to the table to gum our hard gum on it. So at the end I was even having some excesses, so I have to trim it out. So we are going straight up to the table to gum the hard gum. You can use hard gum, you can use collar gum. What I use mostly is collar gum. The cloth gum, the hard one that doesn't fade quick, to give you a better result. So for the collar gum, either you make it 3.5, and if you want to do it 3, fine, it will still go. This cap is the trending cap. Trending cap. The one that they used to fold to one side, the left side and the right side by some people. So we'll press it. People keep asking for this video. I don't know. It's very easy, but they don't know, so we have to give them. We have to squeeze out time to create this video. So we are pressing it. We have to gum it. As soon as we are done, we are going straight up to our machine. If you are making this cap, remember to buy your lining. Keep your lining close by, so that as you gum this one, we are going to the machine to sew the lining. The lining is for the facing, for perfect finishing or be clean finishing. There are 2 methods of going about this cap, but the method we are using here is the simplest method for beginners. This method is very easy to achieve. This is for the upper facing, the one covering the cap. If you want, put some gum. If you don't mind, if you want, this one is not compulsory, but to get a perfect result, we need to add the gum. So we'll press it as soon as we are done. As soon as we are done, we are going to the machine to sew it. That's our lining. You can use a plain lining, matching color, or use off color. It will still bring another color out. If you like, use a designing lining. It will increase your chances of charging the customer. Yes, we are sewing it. If you want to cut it from the table, you can cut it, but when we are doing this video, we don't have time, so we just have to squeeze out of time to go about it like this. So just follow it up. I pray as you follow it up, you get a better result than this. So when we are gumming it, we give some space of 0.7 from the edge, so you fold it in. The reason is just for the lining not to show. If you like, you can give allowance of, but this ashoke doesn't have length, so we don't want to compromise, we don't want to shorten it, so we have to just follow it like that. So if you want to give allowance, you can give allowance of 1 inches if you like, but for this ashoke it's not advisable because of it's already short. So by the time we are done sewing it, we have to trim it out, trim the excesses out. Follow it gently, don't rush. Some days this ashoke they can be stretchy, so still mind the way you sew it. If not, it will twist your lining. So we are going to trim it, trim the excesses out. Don't mind me, don't mind the way I'm holding my scissors. I'm a left-handed person. Some days it's kind of stressful for you to be a left-handed person, and at the same time it's kind of stressful. You have to position your scissors is is a problem sometimes. So this one that I'm doing now is optional. If you want to do it. It will add some flair to the cap. It's always on. If you check modern caps of this nature, they have this catch. If you want to catch it, it will add some flair on it. Yes, when making this video we did skip something, but at the end we did it though. So if you remember, if you can remember, you follow it up as we saw it like this. You have to follow it with threads, but I don't want to confuse you. Let's just watch. Yes. So the next thing, we measure our cap. Before making a cap, you must have taken the head size. So the head size is 22. That is what we are using. Head size 22. Yes. So we sew it up. This method is for beginners. So this method is very simple. There is the other method that you have to make this edge not to show. You have to sew it in. But that one, with subsequent time, maybe we'll make video on that. But this is for beginner, strictly for beginner. It doesn't mean you, a professional, cannot do this. You can do it. It will save you time, some stress. So the next thing, you sew the edge. Before sewing the edge, if you have a weaving machine, go and weave it. We have already done that, so we just sew the edge. So I skipped something from the other time. So this is what I'm saying. You have to, this one is another design. If you're not designing your cap, it is very good and nice to just follow it with thread. If you want to do design, if you want to twist it, if you want to maybe follow it with a snake line, you can just follow it with your thread. What I'm doing currently, I'm just sewing it round. It will be very easy for you when it is still straight. I almost skip that part, so I have to come back and do it like this. So you follow it round. If you want to double your thread, you can double your thread. It will give you a perfect result. It will give you another sweet result. So by the time we are done, the next thing is the upper facing. We have to also turn it. Okay, before that, you have to cut it. We need to cut out the circumference for the upper side. That is the cover for the cap. If you remember, we'll gum this one, we'll gum this part. This is the upper part. So we trim it. If you are drawing it, be drawing your chalk, don't go and put excesses. If you put too much excesses, it will disturb you at the end of the cap. when adding and when joining the top. So we are just going to sew. This one is not compulsory, but to me now is a necessity. So you just follow it up. If you want to double up your thread, you double it. You just follow it, round. So just bring out another design. I didn't mean we are sewing white, then we use black thread. It will be very visible. You'll be able to see it. It's another design on its own. Stay tuned till the end. So what next? We are going to put our lining for interfacing, just for a proper finishing. You know, if that whiting is showing, it will be awkward. So we are going to put lining on our upper side. That'll be the cover of the cap. Yes. So we attach the lining just to cover that white hard gun that we used initially. After that, we trim. I'm a left-handed person, so I don't have choice. Some days it's kind of stressful, and some days it's usually pays. So when you're done trimming, the next thing is to attach it together. We start from one side. I would advise maybe from the joining of the cap. Yes. So follow it up. We're going to join it round. So remember, if you cut it too much, it will disturb you at the end. Joining it will be a kind of stressful, but if you cut it exactly so, it will follow up. Sew it gently, neatly and carefully. So when we are done, we'll go to the machine, our weaving machine, to go to the whipping machine. We weave it up for a clean finishing. So this is the finished cap. We are done. I believe you enjoyed the video. Please hit the subscribe button very soon.